AirDNA's chief economist, Jamie Lane, is well known as an expert in the short-term rental industry. He's appeared on TV,
Chief economist Jamie Lane. Jamie, this is fascinating.
on podcasts,
Doesn't surprise me that Airbnb is going different.
and on stage to share his insights for STR hosts and investors around the world. Now, he's tackling his biggest challenge yet: purchasing, setting up, and running a successful short-term rental property.
Can this STR data expert become a rental rookie? This is Jamie's lane change.
Remember the factors that Jamie and Alex identified in the last episode? As it turns out, like most STR investors, the Lanes had a whole other set of priorities for selecting a property that they wanted to invest in.
In looking at properties, I was really wanting a house with multiple bedrooms. And it was really two factors. One, for our personal use, we wanted something that could fit both our family and our siblings and our grandparents. So 4 or 5 bedrooms was sort of minimum. And then in the research that I've been doing lately at AirDNA, we've really seen that if you can differentiate with families and having 4, 5, 6, 7 plus bedrooms, those are the type of properties that are performing the best today in markets that are family friendly. So the combination of like our own personal use case and that we just saw larger homes performing better in the market today really pushed us towards looking at only properties really that were 4 plus bedrooms.
We definitely wanted more than one area to hang out in, like a communal space, but then also like a separate like den or a second living area where people could either divide between children and adults or just have a second space to be.
Personally, I really love open floor plan houses. A lot of the time spent at a short-term rental is in the kitchen. Whether you're cooking, just hanging out, it becomes sort of a gathering space. And when you're able to combine that gathering space in with the sort of dining area or the living area, it just feels like a much bigger home when the point of being in a short-term rental is to sort of gather and spend time together.
And also from a practical perspective, if you have small kids, if you have an open house, you know where everybody is at all times, just by being able to look up. So and since we were kind of going towards a family-friendly rental, just another thing that made sense.
We had both agreed that we didn't want a property that needed a lot of work to sort of get it up to being rentable. Because there's so many homes like, oh, this would be great, but we need to redo the kitchen, or like we need to redo the bathrooms, or that there'd be like real construction. And both of us with our work schedules and the kids were like, we do not want to take on an actual construction project. We were comfortable like adding amenities, fixing some small things here and there. We still have PSD from renovating this house. That's something we knew like for the sake of our relationship that we didn't want to have to do again.
Okay, a property that doesn't need a lot of work with multiple bedrooms, multiple hangout spaces, and an open floor plan. With those priorities in mind, it was time to start looking for properties.
So fortunately, when we started our search, it was just after AirDNA launched for sale properties within the app. So this was brand new for AirDNA. So I really felt like I had like this like superpower in going out and searching for properties because I had every home that was for sale in the entire areas that we were looking for, and then every property already aligned to what it could earn. So I could go in and essentially see the gross yield of every property, sort of sort through and sort of filter out to the best investments, and not have to actually go through every home, sort of copying and pasting it into our rental calculator. It also allowed us to go ahead and filter out to just 4 plus bedrooms in the markets that we're looking for. We can filter for square footage, type of homes. So essentially set our buy box and then really just focus on the next level investment, which was underwriting.
While Jamie explored for sale properties through AirDNA, he also enlisted the help of some friends at STR Search to help him select the perfect property.
So in general, what are some things that folks should have in mind when they're looking for a short-term rental property?
You really got to start with what you care about most, and everybody's going to have something different they care about. I kind of always use the ice cream reference. You might like chocolate, hot fudge, sprinkles, rocky road. Everybody kind of likes something different. Now it's all ice cream, it's all short-term rentals, but there is no perfect property because you might care about something different, whether it's the tax benefit, the appreciation, the location, all those things are going to affect what you like and what you don't like. And so really what we try to do is rank all those from an importance standpoint. What's most important on your preferences list, and really narrow in a property and a market that can check those, the majority, if not all, kind of in that order of importance.
So how did STR Search then go about helping Jamie to find the property that he ultimately decided to invest in?
It was a fun project where Jamie said, hey, I want to be here. These are my preferences, and I'm looking for something unique within my listing. I want to have a water feature, a couple of other preferences as well. And then we took all of that and we just had to find the most optimal possible property to purchase at the lowest possible price that could drive the highest amount of revenue based off of whatever characteristics it had about that property that were going to give it an edge over everybody else while still hitting those metrics. And especially in that first round of like, hey, Jamie, these are properties that we found. And he was like, yeah, they're not hitting it for me. They're not doing it for me. Because again, it's that preference side. You got to make sure you're hitting as well. And so we did a few rounds. I think it took a little over a month, but we eventually found a property that hit almost every requirement that he was looking for and was going to be able to still cash flow and be a fun vacation home for him.
As anybody who's purchased a property for a short-term rental knows, finding the one that you want to buy is incredibly exciting. But the journey is far from over. In the next episode, we'll take a look at how Alex and Jamie actually went about financing the property that they decided to purchase. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for our YouTube channel so that you don't miss the next episode of Jamie's Lane Change.